Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries as we're going through hard mode fresh. So, it's been a while since we've been back in the village. So we have a bunch of things to pick up. Specifically, we have to turn in this quest from Lindsay, and then when you actually turn in the first quest from Lindsay, all of these quests unlock.
Jesus
I
Christ.
do believe that specifically the top half of these quests are unlocked the moment that you start turning the first quest. The bottom half of these, I think, are after you take down Androlphus.
Rest in peace.
Kill those murderers
And
dead.
every single one of these quests is an old Castlevania reference. Every single one of them.
Lisa, rest in peace.
Kill those murderers dead. Things die when they're killed.
Help Dr. Simon.
Dr. Simon specifically is Simon Belmont.
Have you learned anything new? Does it involve murder?
I don't actually know what Porter the Cattleman is a reference to. I know that these are all Castlevania references, but I don't know what Porter is. Dan,
That's a lot of murderers.
I think Dan is specifically from Legacy of Darkness, but I'm not sure.
Why can't they all be the same person?
No, because these are all the different villagers.
Oh, they were all killed by their own respective murderers? Like the machine wars in the Matrix Revolution? One machine for every man, woman, and child in Zion?
Dario is from Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow.
This makes me just want
And
to take a
Trevor.
recording of Lindsay saying this and just like repeat it over and over again, like as a punchline. Kill those murderers dead!
I also don't remember where Martha is from, but yeah, Trevor is from both Curse of Darkness and Castlevania 3, and Dario is from Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow.
This game is definitely trying to get you to laugh at some point.
Yeah.
Because that was ridiculous.
Alright, so we have crafted the Nadachi. There's this very specific reason why we have crafted the Nadachi. We're also going to attempt to improve our true arrow shard a bit.
I thought it was Tepes Ocius. It's Teps Ocius.
No, you think it's Teps Ocius, but no, she specifically says that it's Tepes Ocius.
In a Castlevania game, like, sure. It's close enough to Vlad Tepes where you could draw the connection.
Alright, so
The heretical grinder.
I should be pumping stuff into directed shield right now, actually, but we're gonna wait until we need to start the grinding for that. All right, we got the Nadachi, which is the big thing that we need. I think we're also going to craft the high potions now instead of waiting for the shop, right? Nope. Okay.
Alfred was your master, wasn't he?
More backstory.
I didn't know that.
I was just wondering if
It's amazing how much of this story we skipped because we never properly went through the Miriam campaign.
I recall he was studying ways of drastically slowing down objects.
Ugh.
To be quite honest, but I have no respect for
Games rife with details will have oodles of surprises waiting for returning players.
sacrificing you right to the final moment, only to change his mind like a coward.
I see. Thank you.
We'll learn why we will learn why Alfred ended up changing his mind, and rather you can learn why by specifically looking through the bookshelves, because in the there are specific journal entries in the bookshelves that detail the final days of the Alchemy Guild and what a primary source of their research was.
Dated 1756. Dear Diary, I changed my mind. Signed, Alfred.
Any ideas? As a matter of fact, Zangetsu just sent a message arrow about that. In the gruesome hall of experiments, seek the demon darting through narrow holes. Darts? Sounds difficult to catch.
Not really.
You will find it. Now, is there anything else you need from me?
I need your
So
blood.
throughout the campaign, Zangetsu will actually shoot boss warnings at Dominique for Miriam to find. They're very helpful. They also are they are also a cause for some of the more glaring instances of why the fuck didn't you tell us this, Zangetsu? But yeah. They are honestly very helpful. It's just that a lot of players end up having very mixed feelings about them.
Come along, Kumcord. Message for you, sir.
Thank you. I'll be here if you need me.
And we will need you quite a bit, Miss Dominique. Alright, so now that we've gone through the village section again, I think we're going to go talk to Johannes once more. After we save, of course.
Saving
Over
it's the
the
right
boundary
thing to do.
Okay, I guess we're not going to talk to Johannes again. So, we have the Nadachi, and if you noticed, just before we saved earlier in this part, we showed off that Nadachi actually has access to the 11th hour parry. This is extremely important for us because 11th hour is able to parry any melee attack that is thrown at us. This is fucking amazing and extremely useful for the upcoming fight against Velac specifically because a majority of Velac's more dangerous attacks are actually melee focused, specifically the tongue lash. Now, we do sacrifice quite a bit of melee damage by using the Nadachi over Karnak's Rebuke. So I shouldn't actually be fighting any of the things that are here, but you know, levels are important still.
Well, in this case, high risk, high reward means that if you accept the risk of taking more damage, you'll finish the fight more quickly because your attack power is higher.
Unless, of course, you can't finish the fight at all, you know. I almost always go the wrong way to Velac from this point because this elevator makes getting to Velac significantly faster. But I usually go the long way around in order to slightly increase my chances of getting additional copies of either Resist Petrification from Malediction or Tempest Osius from Kaleno. Thank you, Dola Hammerheads. All right, save. And let's actually go kill Velac this time.
See, what you can't see behind that shield is that he's got a little lever and it spins round and round and round to make that big saw blade on the front start spinning. It's kind of silly when you think about it.
Hey, Velac, we're back, and we have the Nadachi. So now you will most certainly be able. Will most certainly fall to our katana blade, despite the fact that our katana does pretty shitty damage.
So if that's V on the left, that must be C on the right.
How so?
Because it's Velac.
Nope,
it's spelled almost the same way frontwards and backwards, except that it's a V instead of a C.
Here's the thing. Velac is not two different creatures. He is, in fact, one creature just wrapped around the tower.
Correct. Just like Velac is one word.
There we go. Note that
Nice.
Note that 11th hour actually deals a significant amount, like 2.5 times as much damage as we do with our normal melee attacks.
Predictable.
Yes.
Perfect for melee.
As I mentioned for a good portion of the last part, I love the fucking Velac fight on hard mode. Honestly, there are specific bosses that I think are just better in hard mode than they are on normal mode, and Velac is one of the two of them. But a majority of the bosses, despite the fact that they are definitely more difficult, are actually worse on hard mode, specifically due to the other changes that they get. Usually because of their faster attack timings. We'll be getting into some of the more egregious ones of that a bit later.
Gonna give you a toothache. Well, bravo for not taking any damage so far.
I forget. Do we actually manage to score the medal? I don't think that we do.
2 damage.
Well, 2 damage with our drop kick. Yeah. Ow. Yeah. We did not score the medal.
Oh well. Number.
That was me attempting to do 11th hour and mistiming it. And the rule that I have for this fight, while I'm doing 11th hour spam specifically, is make sure that I have more than 100 MP whilst I'm trying to do 11th hour.
Huzzah!
Yay! Velac has successfully been defeated, and by defeating Velac, we get the best motherfucking directional shard in the entire game, aside from directional shield. Behold, Inferno Breath!
Yeah, we're just getting all the best shit right now.
Yeah. Our Twin Dragons is collectively the literal biggest power spike that Miriam gets access to in the entire game. It is nuts how much of the best shit will be in this here. Now, Inferno Breath is ridiculously expensive at this point. Once we get the drinks recipe, which we won't be getting for a couple of parts, that won't fucking matter anymore.
In the next part.
Yeah, in the next part, we are going to be doing something terrible. At least I think it's the next part. I'd have to go check to be sure. But now that we actually have the silver bromide, we can go and do a side quest. Be safe, everybody.